In the barren icy wilderness of the Arctic, there exists a magnificent predator that has captivated the imagination of humans for centuries. With its thick white fur coat, sharp claws, and powerful jaws, this apex predator is perfectly adapted to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. This is a story about the king of the frozen north, the polar bear. Our journey begins on an ice-jammed shore, where a majestic polar bear emerges from the blinding snowstorm. As it shakes off the last of the snow, we get our first glimpse of its thick white fur coat, which acts as both a protective layer against the freezing temperatures and a camouflage against the snowy landscape. The bear's large paws are perfectly adapted for walking on ice and snow, with rough pads that provide traction and sharp claws that help it dig into the frozen ground. Its long neck and shoulders are followed by a muscular body that tapers towards the rear, giving it a sleek, powerful appearance. As the bear begins its journey across the icy plains, we are immediately struck by its sheer size and strength. It moves with an effortless grace that belies its massive bulk, its every step leaving a deep imprint in the powdery snow. The bear's head is crowned with two small ears that are rounded to prevent snow from accumulating and obscuring its vision. Its eyes are small but sharp, constantly on the lookout for danger or prey. Its nostrils flare as it takes in the scent of the Arctic air, searching for the familiar smell of seal. The polar bear is a highly skilled hunter, capable of catching fish, bearded seals, ringed seals, and beluga whales. However, its preferred prey is the bearded seal, which it can detect through small breathing holes in the ice. Once it has located its prey, the polar bear must wait patiently until the seal surfaces for air before making its move. With lightning-fast reflexes, the bear snatches the seal from the surface and drags it onto the ice to devour it. But the polar bear's hunting prowess is not limited to the frozen surface of the Arctic Ocean. It is also an expert swimmer, capable of diving to great depths and swimming at speeds of up to 6 miles per hour. When the ice breaks, the polar bear uses its webbed feet and long sleek body to navigate the frigid waters with ease. In the water, the polar bear becomes a streamlined torpedo, chasing down its prey with relentless determination. As we continue to follow the bear on its journey, we begin to understand the challenges it faces in this ever-changing environment. The ice that once provided a stable platform for hunting is now melting at an alarming rate due to climate change. This means that the polar bear must travel further and further in search of food, expending precious energy that it does not have in surplus. The warming climate also brings new predators to the Arctic, such as walruses and killer whales, which compete with the polar bear for food and sometimes even attack polar bears and their cubs. Despite these challenges, the polar bear remains a symbol of resilience and tenacity. Its thick fur coat and layer of blubber beneath the skin allows it to survive in sub-zero temperatures, while its large paws and claws help it traverse the shifting ice with ease. Its keen sense of smell and predatory instincts make it a formidable hunter, while its speed and agility in both on land and water make it a force to be reckoned with. But the polar bear's greatest challenge may be the melting ice caps, which are not only reducing its habitat, but also forcing it to expend more energy in search of food. As the Arctic warms, the polar bear must swim longer distances between ice floes, increasing its risk of drowning or exhaustion. Additionally, the changing climate is altering the behavior of the polar bear's prey, making it more difficult to hunt. Yet despite these challenges, the polar bear remains a creature of beauty and power, a majestic symbol of the wild places of our planet. Its thick white fur coat, which once camouflaged it against the snowy backdrop, now stands out in stark contrast against the increasingly dark blue waters of the Arctic Ocean. As the ice melts away, the polar bear finds itself in a desperate struggle for survival, forced to adapt to a rapidly changing world or perish along with the ancient ice caps that have been its home for centuries. Now let's see what happens when a mother polar bear gives birth to her cubs. The mother polar bear emerges from her den, shaking off the last of the snow and ice. She is a majestic creature, her thick white fur coat gleaming in the ethereal light of the Arctic dawn. Her eyes, sharp and intelligent, scan the horizon, ever vigilant for danger. As she steps onto the frozen wasteland, her large paws leave deep imprints in the powdery snow, each step a testament to her strength and grace. Her two cubs, still blind and wobbly on their feet, emerge from their warm den. They are miniature versions of their mother, their soft, downy fur, a stark contrast to the harsh environment they call home. The cubs, driven by instinct, nuzzle against their mother, seeking the warmth and protection that only she can provide. Their high-pitched squeals echoing across the desolate landscape, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life in this unforgiving terrain. With gentle nudges and encouraging licks, the mother bear guides her cubs toward the safety of the ice hole. The cubs, still unsteady on their feet, stumble and fall, but always find their way back to their mother's side. As they reach the relative safety of the ice hole, the mother bear settles down, allowing her cubs to nurse and rest. Their soft, downy fur, a stark contrast to the harsh environment they call home. Days turn into weeks as the cubs grow stronger and more adventurous under their mother's watchful gaze. They tumble and play, their youthful exuberance a welcome respite from the stark reality of their existence. But their mother knows that their carefree days are numbered. The harsh realities of their environment will soon catch up with them. The mother bear, driven by instinct, begins to prepare her cubs for the challenges that lie ahead. She teaches them how to sniff out the scent of seals, how to stalk their prey, and how to strike with lightning-fast precision. The cubs, eager to please their mother, observe intently, their young minds absorbing the lessons that will ensure their survival. One day, the mother bear leads her cubs to the edge of the ice floe. Below them, the frigid waters of the Arctic churn and freeze, a treacherous landscape that holds both danger and opportunity. With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, the cubs take their first tentative steps onto the ice. The mother bear, sensing their apprehension, nuzzles them, reassuring them with her presence. As the cubs venture further onto the ice, their mother keeps a watchful eye on them, ready to protect them from any danger that may arise. Suddenly, the ice beneath them begins to crack and shift, threatening to send the cubs tumbling into the icy depths below. With a mother's quick reactions, she positions herself between her cubs in the gaping hole, shielding them with her own body. The cubs, shaken but unharmed, huddle close to their mother, their small bodies trembling with fear. The ordeal has been a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in their environment, but it has also shown them the strength and courage of their mother. As the sun begins its slow descent over the horizon, casting long shadows across the icy landscape, the mother bear leads her cubs back to the relative safety of their den. They emerge, blinking in the fading light, their small forms silhouetted against the fiery sky. The cubs, tired but undeterred, snuggle close to their mother, seeking the warmth and comfort she provides. And as the night draws in, they drift off to sleep, their dreams filled with the promise of a new day and the hope of a brighter future. The mother bear, ever vigilant, keeps watch over her sleeping cubs, her heart filled with a fierce love and determination to protect them at all costs. For in this unforgiving environment, only the strong and the brave survive. And so the story of the polar bear continues, a timeless tale of survival, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her cubs. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any new episodes. We wish you a wonderful day and look forward to seeing you again soon.